And hello, guys. Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. As you can see, we've got a full house today. We had a full house last week. We've got a fuller house this week, which is exciting. Hope you guys are all doing well. Let us know if you can, hear us and all that good stuff. Because you never know. Stuff can always go awry, but seems like it's okay for now. Today, we've got a very full show for you as well, actually. We've got, of course, two special guests, which we're going to introduce. They're going to tell us a bit about themselves, etc. And then we've got some new bots to show you guys, which I think you already know. But first, as always, let's say hi to some people, shall we? Who wants to start?
Oh,
Hyro does.
I will. Some people in Twitch. Hello, Darth Tyler 00. Hello, Primetime, usual watcher, viewer. Hello, Finn 2006. Hello to you too. Who else is around? Skinny 33. Hello, Skinny. Silverboard 95. Chada Boy. Hello there. Yeah, some of the usual, some new names. That's good. That's Twitch so far.
Nice.
Yeah, can say also hello to Robert Rubble on Facebook, Juan Carlos Vera, to Medina, to Jose JC, Alvin CJ, Jamie Brinks, hello to Vincenzo Vituli, Neil James Mendoza Cox, to Jimmy Watson, Eric Hernandez, Jose Luis Reyes, and hello to Sion Tafalatu and Kylie Blanchette.
Very nice. I feel like you had some nice pronunciation in there as well. Hello also to Destroyer Fire Rage, to Demise Break, sorry. Oh gosh, what was I doing there? Deadpool, Revenant, to Wee Wee all the way. Okay, nice. Sean Fortune, Randall Hamilton, Who's You, Big D. Big D is actually a nickname that one of my friends gave me in Canada. Funny. Engineer Hoist, hello, how's it going? Aiden Tardif, Carpinteria Montesinos.
Oh, let me do that one. Carpinteria Montesinos.
Oh, Carpinteria Montesinos. I've been practicing my Spanish. I've been watching a lot of Elite. I was telling Hyro earlier. Maybe you have too. Who else? Sharksy and Destroyer Fire Rage and Jeff Polk and John Dotoy and Anton Issa and Jaden Hardening and many more. Hello.
Ooh. And I guess hello to the people joining us. So you're going to do introductions.
Yes.
Faces.
So yeah, really nice to have you guys on board. We've got Alpha Prime and Lord Dragir both joining us. Maybe we'll go to Alpha Prime first, and then we'll go to Lord Dragir. Many of you probably know Alpha because he is quite a prolific YouTuber. He was telling me before that he's done 120 Transformers Earth Wars videos, which is very, very cool. We'll get you to tell us more about that.
Our screen is frozen.
Our screen is frozen. Oh.
Nothing else. Frozen.
Please check your network connection.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it is
frozen.
I think the audio is still playing, so we can still talk.
Oh yeah, okay. We'll be back in a second, guys. Weird. Hold on.
Oh, probably not my best face there. Thank you, freezing frame.
What? Oh gosh, how do we get back onto it? I think Zoom basically crashed.
Everyone is using Zoom now, so.
Yes.
Yes.
Why won't it let me go back to it though? Okay. Well, back to meeting. Let's try that. Okay, there. right? We're good?
We will know in
Know
30
in a
seconds.
second.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
And we're
Cool.
back. Strange. Anyways, okay, I'll put you on speaker view. That way we can have Alpha Prime tell us a bit about himself. I know that you are in One Elites. You are currently ranked #1 in the world in terms of medals
Yeah,
and a
yeah.
top
So
4 alliance.
we've been named
Um,
many things. Yeah. But we're one elites now. We're the one of family. So we've got over I think 20 alliances in our family, and a lot of them are in Prime League. So we're a lot higher end war style for our family. And yeah, go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say, yeah, shout out to your alliance and all the people in your family, which is cool.
Watching below, and yeah, we got a big group family, over 400-500 members. So shout out to you guys. Yeah, so for me, I've been playing since day one as well, and it's been a lot of fun. It's it just reminds me of childhood, so it's a lot of fun. Looking at my Transformer collection and then seeing them like on the mobile game too. So
Hmm.
that's been really fun, and it's you guys just done a great job of creating I guess characters that from every single timeline, which is really nice, and integrating them really carefully. So it's been really good. I think we appreciate the Beast Wars and now Victory. Like I watched all the series. I've seen every single one, and so it's been really nice to have have them all sort of coming together now. So it's been good.
Amazing. Yeah, you said
Cool.
you've
Thank
loved
you.
it since 1984, since the beginning.
Yeah, like this is my original Optimus Prime right
I
here.
was gonna say, can we see some of your collection? Because
Oh
it
wow.
sounds like
Oh,
it's cray.
nice.
Got 5 of these guys. So I like there's been 5 different versions of him. So it's been kind of nerdy of me to say, but that's the joy of my collection. And then of course, they've got this masterpiece line that's out. So maybe we'll see movie figures one day. Who knows, right?
Who knows?
Who
Who
knows?
knows?
And by the way, guys, I'm gonna put Alpha Prime's channel,
Thank you.
his link into chat. Definitely check them out. What kind of stuff do you do, Alpha Prime? What kind of videos?
I mean, mostly it's all Transformers Earth Wars. That's what kind of got me going. A lot of people wanted some strategy online, so I started making war videos, and it just caught on. And then it's been an honor and a pleasure to work with you guys as well. So yeah,
We're
it's been.
honored. And
Oh,
before, you were saying that you've got this many different like alliances in your family, and I was like, oh, that's such a nice word to use. Like, why do you use the word family?
well, I think it's been 4 years now, and we've been playing together for a very long time. So you get to know people really well and care for them, and you guys are the same. You always take our considerations, when we have thoughts on the game. So it really feels like you guys really care and are part of our family too.
Oh, that's so nice. I love that. You will make my eyes water. It doesn't take much, but you might do it. And your favorite bots to use?
Oh, my favorite bots to use. Wow, like the beauty of this game is that any bot can be really good. You just have to level them up a little bit. But my favorite is got to be Optimus Prime. Like that's he's my favorite character of all time, and so I love using him in wars. I've got so many different strategies with him just to beat the best bases in the world with Optimus Prime. So he's definitely one of my favorites, and Blaster as well. He's really grown on me. You guys did a great job of enhancing his minions, so he's been a really good uh, bot in the game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to hear more from Alpha. He's going to give us some trivia later as well. And of course, join us in dialogue. But let's also meet Lord Dragir, who has played 1,401 days.
Maybe 1,402.
Now, because
might
during the
just
stream.
swap.
Battles won 45,219. Which is a lot. And do you have some shout outs as well that you want to give?
Yeah, sure. I want to give great shout outs to all my former Alliance mates, to the whole TF family, and special shout outs to all former Cybertron Lords, and obviously to my son once he watches this anytime.
Oh, so cute.
Nice,
How old's your son?
nice.
He's turned 7 a few weeks ago.
Well, happy birthday to him, belated. So this is something that I asked Thunderbot last week as well, because you've been, a player for such a long time. Like, what are some of the ways that you've become a better player, and like, what are some mistakes or errors that you might have made in the beginning that you would like never do now?
Basically, I concentrated on or spread my attention on too many bots back in the early days. Sparked every bot at least to level 4, and so I often I consider these as useless bots. And since I concentrated more on key bots, I definitely got better. But luckily, these useless bots got useful a few weeks ago when elimination mode came. So I could at least say, yeah, they are not useless anymore. And I got a huge queue in front of my lab. It was completely cleared since a year, and now I just summed up and have a queue of 100 days in front of my laboratory.
Okay. Solid. And do you have any friendly rivalries in the game, or has that person or maybe that alliance like made you a better player in the game?
Actually, not necessarily friendly rivalries, but what really helped me was a really good friendship atmosphere, especially in the former Alliance Cybertron Lords and now TF Cybertron Ops. One of the really best things was when you did a tough war and posted a screenshot of a commander kill. All this acknowledgement and cheers from the guys. Even though it was virtual, this felt good. So you strived for hitting for commander kills and even for a 2-5. And this was really a really good thing. And I'm so glad that I could rejoin Cybertron Ops yesterday. It was great joy when I heard the news.
Oh, so nice. And well, it sounds like you love your alliance a lot. What makes them so special?
What's really special, basically, like Alpha Prime just said, I am in contact with some of these for more than 3 years now, and really friendships came up from that. And everybody gives everything they can, well, unless they're on a cruise without Wi-Fi. Sorry, man.
I know. I remember he said like inside joke, and I'm like, yeah, I don't get it. Somebody out there is laughing a lot right now.
I think so.
Amazing. Cool. Well, thanks so much. We're also going to have trivia from you later. Hyro, shall we look at mind over matter?
Oh yeah.
A lot of mind game stuff recently, mind tricks, mind over matter.
Mine. And the last event, it's also mind related. So something or someone is coming. We'll see later. So for the event, it's mind over matter, and we have something special there. We can see a new kind of crystal. It's the
Wait, I think it needs to be framed a bit better.
What's
on
that?
The stream. Oh yeah, it's good now. It's good now.
It's good now. Cool. These are the chips. These are the new chips that contain the combat bots for that we have introduced recently. And this weekend you have a chance to get some of them. So during the weekend you can play to get up to 50,000 combat spark. That's the resource you use to upgrade them. Then a 2-star combat chip, 3-star combat chip, and a premium combat chip that has a chance to drop a 4-star, 3-star, or 2-star. So if we go to the lineup, we can see it's an individual totalizer, so you can go as strong as you want, but all the rewards, as usual, are on the top 10,000 points. That is quite reachable to everyone. And you can see that we have some combat spark with this new kind of art. You have also the silver and the bronze combat chips. These are placeholder arts, so it will be different and probably the name at the end. So to be more clear, but basically it's a 2-star guaranteed, a 3-star guaranteed, and then from this premium combat crystal or chip, you can get a 4-star or a 3-star or another 2-star, and then you can level them up with lots of combat spark that we're getting over the weekend, and the usual frozen spark crystals for the ones that are willing to go further on the event. It's a triple XP, so it's a good chance also to level up your bots.
Cool. Sorry, I was distracted. I was
Cool.
looking at chat. And I was like, oh, it got
No, don't
quiet.
worry.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, of course, whether it be for the team or for Alpha and Dragir, I'm going through chat now. So if you guys have questions, feel free to toss them out, and I will make note of them for
There was
for
already a
whenever.
question, maybe for you, Debs. People were asking, how do we sign up, be nominated to be on the stream next time?
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, definitely. I'll put the email into chat as well. Thanks, by the way, for everybody who's been emailing in. It's like just really, really nice to see that people like want to engage and want to like join us and connect with us. So that's really cool. The email that you can send to is live@spaceapegames.com. So live@spaceapegames.com. If you want to join the stream, then yeah, just let us know who you are. Let us know, your time in the game, maybe like your HQ level and your name in the game and stuff. Not that like matters. It's not like the higher the HQ, the more likelihood you have of coming on. But just so we know who you are. And yeah, just let us know that you'd like to be on the stream. Maybe what you're most keen on chatting about in the stream, that kind of thing. Tell us a bit about yourselves. And that would be great. Yeah, we've got next week we have I think Sunstreaker Waza is joining us, and we've got Engineer Hoist I think joining us the week after, and I think Simon Furman is going to join us as well.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So yeah, so we've got a fun slate coming up. So if you want to join us, then yeah, just shoot us an email. Oh, and I got an email from in case you're watching, I have not forgotten you, from Skywarp Greer. So I will reply to you. Don't worry.
Awesome. I guess we should try to move in because a lot of people probably have questions for the combat bots we need to show later on today. But first of all, maybe we should speak about what are the characters coming up soon.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, don't forget the dialogue.
Yes, but let's do the characters first because I think the dialogue doesn't have to do with the characters themselves. So it would be a nice introduction to cover the combat bots, but we should probably first start with the new additions in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so you must have seen them in the newsletter this week. Brainstorm and Guy Hawk are coming to the game. So Brainstorm is a headmaster. There was a question already about like if we're going to see more headmasters coming into the game. There is nothing planned quite yet, but yeah, the first one is going to be Brainstorm. So if you go to the newsletter, you can see his biography. You can see how it's going to look in the game. Are we going to show this as well?
Yeah, no, I'm going to show them now.
And also on the Decepticon side, it's another bot forming Lio Kaiser. But let's start with Brainstorm here.
Yeah, so forgive the weird text on the top.
Some translation didn't come in.
Yeah, this is Brainstorm.
Yeah. So you can see it in the showroom, the design we've decided to go with in the game. He has this gun attached directly on his arm and he's going to shoot laser from them. And yeah, you can see his plane form, which looks quite Cybertronian. I'm not sure it's actually Cybertronian or not, but you can tell it's quite futuristic. Yeah, the wings go on the shoulder. You can see the guns there.
Yeah, he's pretty cool and pretty interesting. I think it's more like a Cybertronian bot, less of an Earth style form, but it's gonna be cool, and I think we'll be able to do some cool, interesting abilities with them.
Yeah, so you can already see it's going to be a special class. Yeah, so it's coming to the game next week, and is already like featured in a dialogue this week, a dialogue from Simon Furman. So if you want to see how it looks in the game, you can also like just go in there and just check the newsfeed to see a bit of his story.
And for the Decepticons, we have Skyhawk.
Here, Guy Hawk. Is one is also a breast force. You can see his breast animal.
We'll see about calling him that. We don't know, because I think that's the name.
That is not okay.
Games.
You can see his animal that he uses as a gun that he holds in his right hand, and is also like part of his transformation.
He has a really cool auto transformation. You're gonna see when he transforms back. He does look a lot like Air Raid.
Yeah, so the original toy was based on another one. It was a remodel. I don't remember. We talked about it with the art team because we kind of like using a bit of the same model, just change it a little bit. And that's the gun. We decided to integrate it in the transformation because he's going to hold it in his right hand and he's going to shoot with it as well.
I love it how it just flies out from his chest and just circles around.
Yeah.
Just see it one more time. It's really cool.
It's a pity that the frame rate is low because Zoom.
Oh, yeah, it's always. Sorry, guys, for the low frame rate. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, apparently it's really bad to show in-game stuff in Zoom. So.
Is it not coming out well? I'm not looking right now.
No, not really. I think next time probably will have to host it myself, so it's not done through Zoom and it's actually.
Oh, is it too like jaggedy?
Yeah. The defense.
I do really like Skyhawk. It's amazing how when he's just pointing out with weapons and this little eagle.
So yeah, we wanted to showcase a little bit the weapons in his transformation, make him just like look like that. So it's gonna be a special class, probably like have a lot of like feature of an air class as well because it's a plane. But you'll know more about this next week. The ability is kind of design; it needs to be balanced. I'll probably like put it in the hands of the playtester in the next days.
Actually, yeah, it's a good opportunity to say that Lord Dragir is one of the playtesters that's helping us actually balancing these bots. Do you want to say anything about your experience joining the playtesters program?
Yeah, it was a really cool thing, and especially how much opportunities we have to balance stuff and even change stuff. For example, Strafe, the first iteration was a completely different bot. So
it was not great. We can say it.
No, you're right.
I mean, it has gone either way. It has gone to be sometimes the bots are too OP, sometimes the bots are not as good. So I think it's up and down. And there's a lot of nice discussions. I think we have players from all over the spectrum, and we appreciate all the feedback we're getting all the time.
Yeah, it's really nice because sometimes you just like also that players like our playtesters really know the game, so you can just like take a risk and like if it goes too far, they're gonna have your back.
By the way, hi to Nathan as well. I just saw him in chat.
Okay.
There's some questions for the guys. Unless you guys have.
We can get some questions before we do do the dialogue and then actually go in more detail for the combat bots.
Cool, sounds good. From the booster bot, what bots do our guests think are underrated? Alpha Dragir.
Underrated?
Mm-hmm.
So are we allowed to comment on those bots that haven't been released yet?
I mean, it would be hard for them to be underrated if they haven't been released.
Yeah.
I will say they're a lot of fun to experiment with. I really think that was a great addition to the game.
But I think they're talking more about normal bots, not the combat ones.
So so like any bots that you guys think are underrated.
Already in the game for the main Transformers.
Underrated in the game.
Like Air Raid and all those guys.
Giannis is like, I have some.
Yes.
Perceptor has gotten a nice boost. He's powerful now. So a lot of our top end players use Perceptor in the Prime League wars, and he just crushes all those shock towers. He takes control of them and just kills everything in that area. So if the HQ is near the shock tower, everything just melts. So
I do love when I see the new shock extended range core on in the middle for low defenses, and then that's like, okay, time to get Perceptor out, even though he's still a level 51 bot.
yeah, he's still good, right? You don't have to level him up. Cosmos is the same. You can use Cosmos at level 20, and he's useful for raids and things like that.
Bot anymore. So this will be fixed by Thursday.
How about you, Lord Dragir? Do you want to?
Actually, I just switched my complete war team to a really classic walk with 3 gunners and a jet, and it's ridiculously powerful, even with the all-time favorite Firefly on the team. And I'm really looking forward to something that you will talk about in a few minutes.
Are we frozen again?
No, are we?
No.
I don't think so.
I think we're
Not
good,
for me.
as far as I can see.
My screen is loading.
Someone's screen will always be frozen. I think that is the rule. I don't know. By the way, some people are saying, love your videos, Alpha Prime, and they're saying Dragir for president. It's just funny. I don't know.
Don't ask a German to be a president.
That's a dark joke.
So he was Austrian.
Cut it.
Moving swiftly on. Why is there a stream on Wednesday? Grand Graveltron is asking. Because it's a short week because of Easter, so we've got Friday off, and it falls at the same time as a stream, and so we pushed it forward rather than skipping it. That's why it's Wednesday. There are some more questions around combat chips, but maybe we can talk about that after.
We'll talk about this later.
Yeah.
There are some questions I saw, like why there were no raids this week. This was because the event was really grindy. We actually extended for 4 days, so we decided to give people a break. It's already like straight away after the event. Usually people just go and do wars. There's elimination mode there too. It felt like it would be too much, so that's why we just decided not to run them for this week. But they will be coming back next week.
Yeah. And on a side note, this weekend will be the standard event time Sunday, so the normal one.
Cool.
No extension.
Shall we do some dialogue?
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Very excited.
Good luck finding the the newsfeed because I'll have the placeholder art. But is the one called Combat Bots Incoming?
I got it. I know I got it because I have robots staring down on me.
Oh, nice.
Oh, let me.
So as a reminder, I guess you guys can just jump in, pick a character you want, and we're gonna follow.
Yeah,
There are
Yeah.
four characters in this dialogue.
Okay, I'll stay out. Alpha and.
I stay out.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Rabbit can't speak.
You can hear.
Cool. Who wants to start then?
I can start.
Go for it.
Follow my lead, Battle Masters, and victory will be ours. Deviate even minutely, and we are lost.
Not gonna happen, Ravage. Me, I've survived for centuries in the most dangerous and downright stabbing arena of all, politics, by following my own instincts. I'm not about to change tech for you or anyone.
Chill out, blowpipe. Ravage is seriously here and think we should just dig in here, just get in siege mode?
Dig in? Siege mode? We haven't even caught a whiff of another word exhaust, and already you're wanting to get entrenched, Crater Maker. Our strength lies in assault.
Rodactyl is right. Whether augmenting the firepower of our fellow Decepticon or exercising our own unique talents, we are the vanguard in this Earth Wars.
But we can be sneaky with it, right? In my book, fear, suspicion, and surprise can be every bit as effective as guns, bombs, and blades.
Just a little fortification. A teeny tiny trench.
One thing is certain. One thing is certain. They won't see us coming, but they will know our handiwork. Ready?
Oh, very well. Let the machinations begin.
I can dig it.
This not so vast, but still predatory bird stands ready.
And onwards, my battle masters, to the death and our glory.
I do love like Pterodaxis just climbs up.
Flying all over the place.
Pterodaxis.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well done.
we see people is loving Ravage. Good work.
Yeah,
on the
Ravage is
G1
fun.
look. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ravage is finally in the game. One of the, I guess, it's one of the what inspired this new combat bots. A lot of people have been asking over the years, get Ravage in. It's a bit harder because we can't make him into a full-size bot. Maybe it could have been some kind of a core, but we didn't have the technology or the capability to give a new bot through a core. And also made it like it felt a bit of a disservice to just give him as a kind of a core that enhances his stats. So with the new system now, we can actually bring these new characters and give it to any bot that you want, and they all give like a lot of cool new powers and capabilities, which is gonna be, I think, a really cool addition. They all can probably, I don't know, maybe go through them, all of them, and then Fabian can talk about them a bit. And maybe the Alpha Prime and Dragir can actually give some insight later on, like how they think they can be used in the current meta as experienced players. So
Yeah, I can talk about them. I can just talk about all four, describe what they do. So Flak and Crater Maker.
let me bring it in the game so people can see it. First of all, so when you go to the Power Collab, there is a new category now that you're gonna have access, which is the combat bots, and there you can actually see all the ones you've collected and also the ones you're missing. And some people were asking if that's going to be all the combat bots going to release. There will be other ones coming. I think every month we're going to be doing another pair, starting I think from the next month. So
Nice.
more options will be soon be coming, because at the moment you can only collect one of the rarities, and they're quite limited in numbers. But hopefully there'll be more coming in the future. So let's start with Pterodaxis.
So Pterodaxis, so it's a melee weapon that you can equip mostly on warriors, special class that use melee attacks. It's an axe, so for him, you just you as a melee attack, it causes an earthquake. So I think we changed it this afternoon. It was balancing until until now mostly. So what it does is it does the bot's damage directly on the target, and then it creates an earthquake around, and it affects 3 more targets around the main target, and it also has a life steal component. So all of the damage you create on the main target and the targets around via the earthquake, also you get the percentage of this as a heal. So that's a great weapon to put on a bot that's going to be in the front line of your battles.
And that's Pterodaxis and Pterodaxis. They're both similar. Just one is for the Autobots and one is for the Decepticons, but you can collect both of them. They are in different crystals, so you can. It doesn't mean that you will open a Decepticon if you don't need one. But if you have Decepticon troops, so as an Autobot, then you can also collect these Battle Masters and use them. Moving on to Ravats and Night Stalker. Let's go with Ravats.
Yeah, so Ravage and Ice Stalker are minions. So what that means is that it's a bit different than the minion that you have, for example, of Blaster and No, because they are going to be dropped at the beginning of the battle. So when you deploy your boat, there's a few seconds passing by, and then they're just going to appear on the battlefield. And they are quite. So we've balanced them, as you can see. In the UI, you can see directly the health and the damage in the description of the bot, meaning that when you're going to upgrade these bots, these two value will grow, of course, and you will be able to see them directly in the UI. Like it's not the same thing as the other minion. And in the battlefield, they are quite powerful. We balance them against like Blaster and No minion, although their their stats are fixed and not based on the main bot.
So that means you could equip them on a kind of a low level bot and still be quite powerful if you have leveled them up.
Yeah, if you equip it on a bot that has low health, it will still have like the same health as if you would equip it on like, I don't know, a warrior or something.
Cool. Talking about level up before we move on, there's a new system here. They're not acting like other cores. It's like how you level up an ability. You can just press the fuse button that exists there, and you have the option to just use the combat spark that you will be collecting, and then you can increase the levels. And then here in Ravat's cases, you can pretty much see how much he gains by upgrading, and here you see how that changes over time. So you can actually see straight away like how he will be going and how he will be improving. So that's the system that they will be using to level up.
There was a question because we were talking about No. People were asking how does that work when a bot doesn't transform? So basically when they don't have like a bot form with their hands and stuff.
That's for the axe. Yeah.
That's for the axe. Yeah. So you can equip the axe or No. During the animation, you will see No as a biped equipping the axe, but when you get into the battle, you will see the usual like Sharticon form. You're not gonna see the axe in the battle, but you will still be able to use the ability. So Gno is still gonna use his mouth to just like attack as he does, but you're still gonna have the earthquake effects. It's not exactly, I don't know, it's not holding the axe, but the thing is like there's a lot of boss that don't transform, and we didn't want to like rule them out of like this like really great weapons and customization. So it will still work, it will still just not display the axe in the battle.
Moving on to Fire Drive and Blowpipe here.
Yeah, Fire Drive and Blowpipe. So it's more of like it's a range, but it's kind of like medium range. It's more like the range of an air class. So it shoots plasma, dealing 3 times more damage against the wall. So it's gonna like help, for example, your air class getting through the walls. And from time to time, it shoots more of a plasma ball that's gonna create some damage over time in an area around the place where it shoots. And it's kind of constant because it shoots every 5 seconds. The effect lasts for 5 seconds, so it just like makes damage in an area and a lot of damage against wall specifically.
Cool. And I think everyone's favorite is Flak and Crater Maker, and people probably Dragir and Alpha Prime might actually speak about him. So it's Flak and Crater Maker, and who are pretty much a grenade.
Yeah, so that's a grenade. It shoots 5 rockets, and you can see each of them deal a percentage of the bot's DPS value, and that's the value that increase when you upgrade this bot. So it starts at 15%, but you have to imagine it's like 50% times 5 because it's like actually 5 rockets. So it's kind of the same. It looks very similar to Skyburst. So for everybody that loves Skyburst in a battle, you can equip it to a bot, and you can even have like another core equip it to enhance this ability.
Yeah, I love Flak. I think he's a great addition to the game, and I have him on. Yep, I have him on Sky Strike, and I just love that Skyburst ability that he has now. And I think Jetfire has the highest damage per second of all the jets, so he's a beauty to pair with Flak. And I have him on my main war line now. Even as a 4-star bot, he's one of the better ones.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's just by changing the AI, because now they can shoot over walls and they won't, because a lot of the problems being with the pathing is when there's a wall in front, sometimes the bot will like, it takes too long to destroy this, so I'm gonna go around, and then just makes the planes in a really bad area where with all the bots, because now they are gunners, they can shoot over, they will actually stay behind, and then that means they will survive even more. And the DPS in also going along with the flag, which actually makes quite a lot of impact into the battlefield.
This will be definitely a must-have for my tracks. He always goes suicide.
Some
Nice.
players are asking if Flak will work with the Prima core, and yeah, the answer is yes. The thing is, like, because it's combat core and it's like some sort of a second slot next to the power core, we have all designed them to be compatible with the initial power core. So it's just like it's really an addition.
Yeah, I'd prefer enhanced ordnance though. I think for a jet, just because with HQ-17 you need that extra damage from the special ability to take out those HQ-17 mortars and lasers and missile launchers. So
yeah, that's good. Yes, that's what we wanted with HQ-17. Also, like, you know, like revalue the air class bots a little bit that like fell out of love over time. And yeah, I think that's what you just mentioned. We did it with HQ-17.
Cool. So probably start talking about how you can get them. Jairo can probably tune in there. So if you notice, after we push the new code out in the build menu, there is now a free combat ship for both of the Autobots and a free combat ship both for the Decepticons. This combat ship now will contain like a 3-star and 2. I mean, Jairo, just take it.
No, that's okay. You know the stuff.
Oh, Hyra could probably go through this. Anyways,
Yes, he's correct. So this has it's available for any player as the free crystal. You will have a free combat chip crystal every 24 hours per faction. That means you can complete your Autobot and Decepticon collection. And then the other sources will be the usual via bundles and from this weekend event. So yeah, the idea here is that you can complete the collection quite fast, to be honest. Maybe not so for the 4 stars because they are more the strongest one, and then just getting duplicates to level them up.
And there is a 5-star combat chip there too. So the more, if you get duplicates, every duplicate you get, a 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star helps you like with combat stars. That similar system to the 5-star system we have at the moment. But even though it costs a bit more, you actually get any bot that you get will give you some shards back in order to go to the 5-star. So any bot, any duplicate you get will mean that you get one step closer to get the 5 stars. When you get the 5 stars, then it's the same as our normal 5-star crystals. You cannot get duplicates, so you can collect all of the new Batmasters. And I think there's one for the Decepticons too if you need to go there. But yeah. You also get combat spark for duplicates, and you can level up. You can use that to level up your bots, and of course, the combat spark will also be given in events as we did this week.
And we are balancing the numbers. Players are seeing this is 7,500. It's not shown here, but the way you get these chips, it's you get twice the amount than in a bot crystal. So in a bundle, for example, instead of having 100 in the 100 bundle, you will have 200 chips. And then the acquisition of shards, it's kind of similar. Actually, it's a bit easier in order to unlock the 5-star version of this combat chips.
That's also some good showroom for people. Everyone probably asking like, let's just robots with Soundwave.
Oh, looks good.
So, yeah. I love it. So
a small army.
Any other insight, guys, Dragir and Alpha Prime about? I don't know if Alpha Prime how long you had to actually play it, but I know Dragir had also quite a bit of time going through all the Battle Masters so far. So any other insights for the rest of the Battle Masters?
Dragir? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my must-have is 2 flags. one for Firefly, one for Trax for my war team, and another thing where they work extraordinarily well is on Cup and on Springer for backdoor attacks. So this will be one thing that I will try to evaluate in regular attacks.
I just noticed that something is going wrong with Soundwave's minions.
Yeah, it just kind of went a bit nuts, so didn't it?
Friend lost an arm.
Who knows? I'm gonna stop the stream because anyway the quality is not that great. But Alpha Prime, any insights from your side?
Yeah, like he made a great point. Ravage is a great extra health boost to a bot, especially if you have a bot that has low health. You put Ravage on them, and they'll give you a little bit of extra protection. And for bots like Cup, I use Quintus Core. So every time a building gets destroyed, these Sharkticons pop out. And if you got Ravage as well, like Cup will never die. So it's a nice addition for sure.
What's actually cool, since the Battle Masters don't scale with the bot level, you can attach Ravage to a level 1 bot and try to solo like zone 5, zone 6, or whatever, just with the minion. Might not be the most efficient way, but it's something that
everything helps. Everything helps. Cool. Should we do, I guess, more Q&A? It's quite late. I don't know if we should do the trivia.
Ooh, probably do a trivia, then maybe more Q&A whilst people answer. Who wants to do the first question? Alpha, Dragir?
Fight.
Oh yeah, fight. No, it's not that kind of
rock, paper, scissors.
Dragir, go first.
Okay.
Oh, what a gentleman.
What was the alt form of the 1989 Victory Toyline version of Skyhawk?
And remember to include your in-game name, your alliance, and your HQ level with your answer. Do you want to repeat the question one more time?
What was the alt form of the 1989 Victory Toyline version of Skyhawk?
Dragir, you read the question a lot better than me.
It's because of the missing French accent.
Fab, do you want to read it out just so we can compare?
Wait, I need to get it. But I heard it 2 times. What was the alt form of the 1989 Victory Toyland version of Skyhawk? I was not that bad this time.
Oh,
you forced that accent.
That was great.
Okay, I have a Q&A in the meantime. Some players were asking, how will the Battlemaster level up?
As I said, sorry, I saw the question too. So as I said, it's a combat spark. So this new currency that you collect, you can use it like spark to level them. They have 10 levels, no matter what rarity. So both bronze, silver, and both the 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star, and 5-star, they have 10 levels. So using that spark currency, you can get them to the maximum level. It's a bit cheaper to level the lower rarities. So 2-star, 3-stars are actually cheaper to level up than 4-stars. So we want to make it kind of like, because it might be because we don't have that many to start with, you will have both a 3-star and a 4-star, and you might thinking I want to keep this combat spark for my next 4-star. So, but you could actually get them at quite a few levels before it actually gets expensive.
And also as in the other sparks, we will have them in the events from time to time. They drop from the combat chip duplicates.
Okay, I am doing stabbies and Fab is way ahead of me. Which one did you do?
We need one winner on Facebook.
Need one from Facebook. Okay.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
There is another question. To level up the combat chips, do you need to put them on the research lab?
No, you can just do it. It doesn't interact with anything else. You can just do it from the from any access that you have to the combat bots, and you can just press a button and do it. It doesn't matter whatever the main bot does, or if it's an upgrade or anything.
And it's instant.
Yeah.
Yeah, no waiting time.
Yeah, they're like power cores or prime cores. You just level them.
There's
Or leveling up an
close to the
ability.
power cores, but they have a different system where you don't fuse cores into them.
Yeah.
I think we've got our winners. Dragir, do you want to tell them what the answer was?
The answer was the MiG-29 fighter jets.
Amaze. You had some more detail in there. I mean, we didn't ask for that for the answer, but
it was magenta and white, but obviously, actually, I haven't seen a single one answering that on Twitch.
no, I've not either. But all right, Fab, who are our winners?
Oh, wait, I'm not ready. So the winners are Grant Galva from Make a Name. We have Big D from Scorched Exiled and Kylie Blanchett from Mad Chemist.
Amazing. I think it's just Kyle.
No. It was no, wait. So it's Mad Chemist in-game name, and the alliance is ONP.
Amazing. Yes. Good job, Kyle. Thanks, Fab. Congratulations to you guys. And we have one more question, trivia question. Alpha, take it away.
So we're going to go back to G1 for my question. And my question is, what are the names of the 2 original humans that befriended the Autobots in the original G1 Transformers series? So that's my question.
Can we have Alpha reading the questions always? Your voice is so impressive, man.
It's very soothing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember to include your in-game name, your alliance, and your HQ level with your answer. Do you want to say the question one more time?
Oh, the question again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So back to G1. What are the names of the 2 original humans that befriended the Autobots in the first original series?
Amazing. All right.
While we wait for the answers, do you guys have any questions you want to ask us, Dragir?
As I said earlier, I had Mask, and since I recently found out that Mask belongs to Hasbro, meanwhile, any chance of seeing Mask in the game?
There's always a chance. In this case, it's always down to Hasbro how they want to handle the licenses. Even for the Little Pony, like April Fool's joke, we had to get permission from Hasbro to use the characters. So there was kind of like we started as a joke, and then it's like, oh, I have to actually get the legal text and all that stuff. So it depends. Like if Hasbro wants to do, and if the license makes sense with the rest of the world, and if we can actually integrate the vehicles in a way that actually makes sense for the game, I don't see why not.
It's transformable vehicles.
Yeah.
And I've read that that the live action movie is on the way, so let's hope.
Never know.
For Mask. Nice.
Yeah.
Alpha Prime?
Was pretty surprised.
I have a question with regards to power cores and G metals and that such. Now, I guess at this point, most of us have the gold power cores, and now we're hunting the G1s, and we're hunting the G metals, and some of them just won't drop for some people. Like some people can spend thousands of dollars, and unfortunately, they won't be able to get a certain core that they really want or love. Is there any chance that we could maybe in the future see a trade-up system? Like for example, I have 5 gold-guided missiles. I would love to trade them for a G metal one, for example.
Well, that's interesting. Actually, G-Metal, we balanced them not so long. Well, actually, some months ago, and they are not that hard now to drop, especially from 4-star duplicates. The chances are high, but so far we don't have in mind like a kind of a exchanging system, because then you would expect it to be implemented for every resource or aspect in the game. But as gold cores became more popular, certainly I can think about a way to make Gmetal a bit easier to acquire, or maybe adding some other sources. So that's a useful feedback.
They're easy to acquire, but just like, for example, if I'm looking for a specific one, sometimes it's very hard to get that specific one that you're looking for.
Yeah.
I think
Well, it's something in the line to think about it.
I think also there's a lot in the game. Like I know a lot of people chase because of all the chances system in place. I think the best thing to do is just don't chase. Just spend what you can, and then hope for the luck, and then eventually you will get it. But I know a lot of people just want to get it now, and it's it's hard to resist the temptation. But it is a low chance game, and it's. I prefer if people just actually for the time, just like, oh, I want to pay $10, and you never know. It's just a luck game after that point.
I suppose it's easier with G1 versions, right? Because they drop from the bots. But when it's a generic one, the drop chances inside the Gmetal quality is even, so you have the same chances for any of them.
Actually, to follow up on the on power cores, there's one thing that's really hurting me. I managed to drop to get a G-metal volatile mixture and G-metal ray booster, but since I already have them at level 15 in gold, it's not worth it to level them, and not close to worth it to fuse the existing level 15 gold one into the G-metal one.
It is something like we have talked about, and we have done for other cores, where like we realized that gold and G-metal didn't really have much difference, and this is definitely something we would like to look at. So we didn't really have time at the beginning of the year with HQ17 in combat core, but we will probably review some older core and see if we can make a difference between a larger difference between silver, gold, and G-metal.
I think the question is more about if they will get more fuse XP from the level up course that you have already think.
Or a bigger difference, both.
Yeah. Yeah, I think either of those is something we want to investigate in the future. We should though do the winners now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, guys.
Sorry, Alpha Prime, do you want to tell the answer first, and then we can tell the winners?
Yes.
So the answer to my question is Spike and Sparkplug Witwiki.
Classic.
Yeah, classic. Generation 1.
And who won?
And the winners are Soundwave 2 from the Alliance Thunderbots. We also have Dash Raven from No Other Option. And the final winner is Oceanus 4 from Terra Guardians.
Yay! Congratulations, guys.
Woo. Congratulations on the winners.
Well done. We are almost out of time. I did put the email into chat before. I'll do it again, just because there was a lot of trivia answers going in, so you probably missed it. But yeah, if you do want to join us on the stream, like Alpha or Dragir, then shoot us an email to live@spaceapegames.com. Oh yeah, and I had one more thing to share with you guys. A friend of mine. Nope, that's not gonna work. Sorry. He's putting together like a global gaming, online gaming day on the 2nd of May, which is quite cool. And it's all about sort of letting people know that they're not alone during this time. Obviously, we know that games are really good at that. So if you guys are keen on hearing about that or checking that out, there we go. I found it. Then you can go to yana.gg or check out #Yana on Twitter. They just launched that campaign today. So if you guys are keen on hearing more about that or seeing that or taking part on the 2nd, then definitely please do get involved. And now let me try to unshare my screen. How did I do that? Oh no. I have too many windows open. It's horrendous.
That's risky now.
There we go.
There we go.
I did it. Oh, I'll put that in chat as well.
I don't think it actually showed up into the in the stream because it's a different window, and then OBS doesn't know actually what to show. So when you share it from your own,
So it was just me struggling the whole time. Nobody actually
Yes.
saw what was going on. That's how I like it. Okay, I can do it through OBS as well.
the simple solution.
What's that?
The simple solution sometimes is the best solution.
Sometimes. Here we go. Bam. There you go. Now you can see it. I think. Yeah. Should be able to. But yeah, it's yana.gg, which stands for You Are Not Alone. And May 2nd is the day when everybody's going to be signing up to game online all together. And part of it is also around like getting people who don't normally game to game and connect, which is really nice. Did it.
Ooh. Nice.
Okay, so that's I think about time.
I think it's about time. Any last words? For that sounds like you're gonna like we're gonna take you out or something.
So appropriate.
Oh gosh, it's at the end of the day. What can I say? Yeah, anything you guys want to add before we sign off? Alpha, Dragir.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on. Oh, sorry.
I can just say the same. Thanks for having me. Thanks for the great opportunity to be here, and stay safe.
Thanks for joining us, both guys. Thanks for all the things you're doing in the game. It's really helpful having you both in. You both guys are helping as much as you can, and it's really nice to know the community are so interested and so part of what we're trying to do. So thank you for being loyal and still playing the game.
Thank you.
We have the best community.
Family.
And thanks everyone from joining us in the stream. Like it's nice now we can actually see you all guys for like every week, and we keep doing this as much as we can. I think we'll just give another appointment for next week where we can actually go through the new bots, Brainstorm and Guyhawk, and go through their abilities with more special guests.
Yes, definitely. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Hey, everyone.
Appreciate you all, and we'll see you next week. Yeah.
See you in a week.
Guys.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, be safe.
Bye.
Stay home.
Okay, cool. I think it's. You say toilet time? Oh. Oh, so funny.